Thanks for stopping in. As they say, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Now, first things first, you know, what I wanted to do is bring something that everybody could bring energy from home. I plan a lot, and I never get to do those things unless I focus in on what I really need to do to get it done. And sometimes that consists of things that have nothing to do with anybody else. From my plans, I can develop a way to effectively solve problems and help somebody else get the thing done that he or she needs to get done. I have to go through a runaround with all of my people about how I'm making changes, and changes are coming about. And now that I've found new friends, I have a change for them that I can call my own. This year, I'm going to mellow out with a lot of new people and let their ideas simmer in my head until I can understand them the same way I understand the ideas and ways of my old friends. I'm going to let somebody have some control in my life and live like other people around me are, since it is just the same having it that way as it is having them around me and watching them change all of the time. I get into music and get to know much more about a person than just what shows that I find myself in the world with those kind of people all of the time. As I get older, I'm going to reach out and let the world that has been adjusting to me have some of the action and not continue to change with those that change along with me, because it is critical for me to know or to be aware of my surrounding politics and reflections. It is a such thing as knowing where you come from and knowing it is meant for you to know, not to keep on repeating in that same pattern that makes you who you are, and showing the true world you live in that you are alive and well, as it wants to specifically know that. That's not home, that's not the porch, that's not the church, that's not your job, and that's not family. That's who those are that stumble and fall around you, as well as pick themselves up or have you give them a hand. Those that observe you at work and are affected by the reflection of you that dominates the voice of your conscience. Those that have you in mind at a distance and think so high of you to stay out of your path. And those that feel the same way you do in the walk of life, that set that fact in stone by sticking to the game instead of exposing you to the ups and downs every time one arises. I'm going to get into this new side of life and consider it courageous. There are the world issues that we have to talk about, real plans to adapt to the future of healthcare and business, technological adjustments that have been survived into the great communication that we have in current condition, social economics and how we have supported each other over the course of time, and what perspectives we stand from in all of the religious challenges the world encounters daily that ultimately determine what strategy we decide to trust amongst competition. That's good. And that's something I'm not the only one feeling or thinking. So before this segment goes on, I just want to know that everyone is aware that I'm having an awake spell instead of a sleep spell, where I like to thank my watchers, readers, viewers, fans, supporters, um, colleagues, teammates, and the community in general at whole, because working in entertainment, which is primarily what Sound City does, is a work that includes everyone just as much as it may involve anyone. And having the exclusive chance to talk face to face with random individuals, I would like to have it appear, if you will, that Sound City invites everyone to a conversation or a discussion, more particularly. And that's because, you know, in entertainment, as a writer, a poet, I really am able to write a piece in first person perspective, second person perspective, or third person perspective, but I sometimes miss the actual character or the subject, the person, if you will, that I'm really writing about. That as the piece, is written, is missing, and that's because I've used imagery, um, metaphors, similes to replace, if you will, that person, that character, or that subject, but not so I can change from what I'm thinking into something else while I'm writing what I'm thinking. And so the important aspect is to be versatile and diversify situations that are obviously the whole people's um, effort or science, and that's going to spread our relationship out beyond um, just when we're here online. And I'm excited about those I've not gotten a chance to speak face to face with, getting face to face with me and seeing what kind of person I am, and learning from me as well as I learn from him or her or them and or us. And that's something we at least in Sound City always look forward to. Um, and so as we are here, where we really really want to talk to everyone, whether they're in any of our work directly or indirectly, um, and just getting that message out, that reminder, if you will, it makes a lot of difference. It makes the big difference that we look for, and that we hope for. We want to remember, each day comes, each day goes. We get up in the morning, and things are going on, and those things are going to go on until the night, usually. And at the night hours, we're going to settle down. We're going to go to bed, do some things to refresh ourselves, re-energize, and look forward to doing this type of thing the next day. And we, are optimistic about going on into the next day, because that's just an inevitable thing. We want to also remember just how relaxed it is here in Florida. Um, I live in Tallahassee, Florida. It's my hometown. Um, it's also, a historic um, town. It's just as a historic town as it is a historic landmass. Tallahassee, or Leon County, it's Spanish, and it's also very cultural. So we work with two aspects of history. We do more, therefore, than just show up. We try to appear in presence, or present in appearance what it is, who it is, where it is, why it is, when it is, and how it is that these kinds of moments are possible. Not much, some people may think, can come out of a conversation or a discussion, but those that know how to work with others and have worked in a group think before can understand how powerful it is when individuals come together and combine their ideas or collaborate their skills and come to one ultimate idea that therefore is each person's satisfaction. That's real magical. That's really special. That's not done by anyone unless those persons or that group is the one or ones that are working um, at that particular time on whatever the project is. A group think, when you work in a group, is more effective for you as an individual, even though you're not as independently you are, but you're not an individual working. When you're working in a group think, you're a part of the group. If your name is Samson and the group's name is Orange, when you, Samson, are working with Orange, your name, sir, is Orange. And Orange applies to you, and you apply to Orange. The group agrees and supports. That's powerful. That's like multiplying to a power, or having a power multiply to a constant or a coefficient. And so, together we make a difference, and we come together to make sure that what the difference is a continuing thing, and something that we really are satisfied with, uh, as opposed to just faking the world out, or running a fake. Now, we don't have much experience with fakes. Fakes are common in sports. It's strategic, it's legitimate, and it's highly necessary in such a challenging or competitive position or situation. But with entertainment, you know, stunts exist, yes. Cosmetics, makeup, costumes, yes. But faking, I'm kind of neutral on, because there's the group think, there's the cast, and not each individual person. So the question in this segment is, are you an individual, or are you a member of the group think? Let's talk about it right now.